Hi, it's Cheryl Hurst here from Sydney, Australia. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. How are you today? It's such a cold, miserable day here in Sydney, and I'm sorry I'm a bit late, but I had to do a candle order that came in, so just for a friend's sort of thing. I don't do it as a business anymore, but I do work for friends, so I've been busy this morning doing that. But I wanted to show you, I've come on here, Apple Harvest. I know it's not a brand new one, but it is in the new annual calendar. I always say that for some reason. Catalogue. And I'll be using this stamp, okay, for this card. And also I'll be using the dies, which are retired. They're called Apple Blossoms. But in Australia, I know that you can still get them. Here it is. It is in the clearance part of my shop, and they were $61 and now they're $24.40. So get them while you can, because once they're gone forever. You know, it'd be better than fussy cutting. Even if you don't have if you've got the stamp set and you don't have the dies, $24.40, pretty good price. Just to let you know that. So I'll be using that die, and also I'll be using Happy Labels. And also I'll be using the punch from Happy Labels and the 2 3/8 inch punch. And I'll be using the basic border fold embossing folder. And if you can see, that's the pattern I'm using on that one. You get 3 in that collection, and they're in the online exclusive, so that's where you'll find them in my shop. Okay, and I'll be using what cardstock, and that's the insides there. And also, I haven't shown you, I'll be using the Gorgeous Garden dies. That's one of them, and the other one's here, which is this one, what we'll be using. Okay, so I've already went and did that. So I'll be using Granny Apple Green, cardstock plus basic white. I'll be using Sweet Sorbet dark and light, the dark Pecan Pie, the dark Old Olive, and the dark Granny Apple Green. And using my normal seal, glue, Memento Black, the Take a Pick tool, snips, and etc. So, well, let's get started. So we just need a scrap of white paper. Let's see if I can find it now. Oh, sorry about that, I just dropped something. I'll just get the white paper. As always, you can never find when you're looking for it. Oh, there it is there. I knew I had it. Okay, I'll use that. And the Memento ink. And I'm just going to, if you can see here, just stamp it up and put the apple there. So it's nicely stamped. As you can see here, is that the stamp has already done some shading for you. So I'll be getting out my dark Sweet Sorbet, and I'm going to use the bullet point, and I'm just going to run around the edges there. Okay, just where it's highlighted. Like that. And then I'll use the light. I'm going to use the brush part, and all I'm going to do is just little circle motions to blend the dark and the light there. It doesn't matter if you go out of the lines over here, but you have to be careful when you're doing close to this part here. Okay, and just blend that in. And you just colour the rest of it in. Okay, so that's what you do. I'm not going to do it all. Now I'm going to get the granny apple and the bullet point, and where it's highlighted, again, shaded, I'm just going to do that with the leaves. Just colour in that part, just the darker. It's where you want. Okay, and now with the granny apple, I'm going to still use the bullet point because it's, and I'm just going to blend all that in. Okay, so it just blends in nicely like that. And using the pecan, just using the bullet point again, and just doing the stems and the there. So that's what you have. And then when it's all coloured in, you put the dye around and cut it out. So that's what we'll do. So magic of TV is that I've already got it cut. And also I use the circle punch and cut a circle of vellum out here. Also I die cut the die, which the leaves, and when you die cut this, because it's so detailed, it's best to cut it that way. So then, because normally when you put it through the cut and emboss machine, you would put it through the sandwich that way. Turn it and do it that way, and that will help you see that it's cut through. So I had to put that through twice. Okay, and then I just pull that off. Okay, and just take the pieces out. This is where you take a pick tool, comes in handy. You just poke and they come out. They're nice big pieces, so they're quite easy. Just a small piece there, small piece there. That's fine, everything's done. Now with this die, because in Australia we use A4 cardstock and our measurement for here is 10.5 centimeters by 14.9 centimeters. I had to think then. Cut it the same. Okay, normally our first one we do for this would, so you have a little border, etc., would be 10 centimeters by 14.4. Don't do it that way, because what happens is you cut it too thinly and you'll get a hole in it. So it's best to, if you want it to fit the whole card for this one. Okay, so with the emboss, I'll just get rid of that. The emboss, got ink on that, so there. What we're going to do is glue that down onto that page. Get rid of this because I'm getting ink on everything. Thank goodness it was the back of it. And you might need your silicone mat, and you just need to have the multi-purpose glue, and just for the edges. If you're going to use the tape, but it does stick and it will tear this fine border. So that's all I wanted to do. And now pick it up and place it on the white paper. So there, beautiful. Oops. And just give it a moment for it to stick down, I'd say. We'll just do that, make it stick. And just bring that over a little bit. For it to stick down properly. There. We'll just give that a dimensionals. I'll just get some dimensionals that we'll be using, and we are going to glue it down on this cardstock. It's stuck now, so I'm just going to go back to the seal because I prefer that, and just because it's an embossed part, make sure you glue it down really well. Oops. So you've done that, okay? So we glue it down, and that will be on the page, on the card. So that's done. Now the emboss, we're going to put that on there, and I think I would like to have the dimensionals on that. So I'm just going to have a couple of dimensionals. And I'll just do that and put it on to the vellum, as you can see. And I'm going to put that, so I'm going to raise that again, and I'm just going to place it where the apple is, okay, so you don't see the dimensionals through the vellum. Okay, so just put those. There, and just place it where you want. I think I'll have mine there, and I've already stamped the hello from the Happy Labels, and I've used that, and I've used the punch, and that is the 1/2 inch size, so I'm going to put it there. So I'm just going to glue it down. Things sticking to me, so I'll just get the glue and just glue it down just there. Be all stuck down there, beautiful. And now I'm going to use the, here they are, the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple of those around. I'll put one here. I'll put the same size on here, and just get another one, and I'll just might put it wherever we put it, over here. So there's the card. I hope you like that one. I've got another card I want to show you in the same one. So what we need for that, I'll just get what we're going to use. We're going to use the basic white. We're going to use the in color, oh no, sorry, not in colors, the Brights DSP paper. We're going to use the Delightful Doily dies, and we're going to use this one, and it cuts it out like that. And we're going to use basic black. So there you are, and we're just going to do another one. Cardstock. Where did I put the? I just had it here, and now I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Mind you, I don't have that much on my desk, and it's just everything disappears, especially when you want to use it. Sorry for the shadow, but it's a very dull day here today. So I've got this, and I'm going to use this part of the apple. This is the picture on the stamp set, the Apple Harvest, and it's this one, and I'm going to use the dies as well. So we'll get the Memento black out, get it all stamped, and stamp it. And the same thing, I'm going to use the same blends as I did before, and this is the die I used to cut it out. So you just place it there and it's done. So take it away, and here it is already done. So now we just need to put the card together. So I just wanted to save time because I wanted to show you the two cards. So we've got the card. I've already put a score line there. You definitely need a score line when you're using the thick basic white. Okay, we've got that. We're going to put that aside for a second. We're going to use the black, and we're going to glue. I'm just going to show you something different instead of the tape this time. The glue, and just place it there. Pops, doesn't it, as soon as you put that on there. And we need to just glue down little bits here, so this is why I'm using the glue. It's still there's little bits everywhere, so just to place it where you want. I'm putting it in the center, and now I'm going to put the apples there. I'm just going to use the dimensionals, and I'm just going to pop a few on. I think that'll be enough, and just take them off. So I'm just going to place it there, and I'm going to glue this one down. And place that on there. You can see that pops. And there it is. And the same thing, I'm using Happy Labels and the punch, and I'm just going to place it there. Now the decision is, do I do it flat or do I use dimensionals? And I think I'll use dimensionals. Just pop it up as well. It can be either, it doesn't matter really. Just give it a bit more dimension, and I'll just place it there. I'm going to use the same Iridescent Rhinestones, and I love these rhinestones. I'm going to put one there. Oh, I've got a big one. Got the big ones there, so I'll do it from the top. Might move that one. Put that one there, and then the smaller one, and then just get a small one and place it over here. So there you are. This is using the Happy Labels, using the Apple Harvest, using delightful doily dies, the apple blooms. Remember, they are only in the clearance at the moment in my shop. Iridescent, as we speak, they are, so they might go. Delightful doily hybrid file, we didn't use that, but this is the one I was after. The gorgeous garden dies. These are all standalones in the new annual catalogue. Okay, so there's that, and here's the two cards. And thank you very much for watching me make these cards today. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Cheryl Hurst. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Sydney, actually Panania, and thank you very much. If you need an annual catalogue, I'm happy to send you out one. Just email me, all the details will be below. And also, if you want to join my team, I'm very happy for you to join. Just give me a buzz or a email and I'll help you with it. So thank you very much, and thank you for liking my YouTube and subscribing. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Thank you, and see you later. Bye. See ya.